Hello and welcome to my first video on this channel. It's called the Science of WoW. Today we'll be discussing the mining unwrapped. So the reason I wanted to do this is because as a miner, you don't really make as much gold as all the other people with enchanting and AoE farming, or jewel crafting, or even leatherworking and skinning. So I wanted to investigate certain ways where you could actually make as much, or if not even more money than those professions or techniques. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the current prices in the auction house for cobalt ore. Right now they're 45 gold per stack, but I normally sell for 25 to 27.50 gold per stack. That's about an average. Now, a lot of you might be saying, well, what about serenite ore or serenite bar? You can get that in the Shalazar Basin. Well, the problem with I find with serenite ore is there's a lot of competition for it, and it drives the price down, which you see right there. The price of serenite ore is only 42 per stack, but you need 2 ore per bar. So really, you make a lot more money on cobalt. So right now I'm in Zul'Drak, and I have a set path. I'm using the Gatherer and routes add-on. If you don't know about those, I'll have the description in the sidebar of where you can get them. But basically what it does is Gatherer holds all the nodes that's been reported from the Wowhead database, as well as any other players or guild members that have donated their nodes positions into my database. What routes does is it allows you to create an optimized path, which will make a more it will give you the best route to take to hit all the nodes in one map on the shortest amount of time. Now, the reason I'm in Zul'Drak is because Borean Tundra and Howling Forge both have lower ore densities per path, and they also have these hidden caverns, so you can't get all the ore on without going into those caverns, and it takes a while. The idea I had about this channel was not to just go out and say, okay, this is how much gold you can make farming this area, or this is how much ore you can pick up doing this or what. The idea I had was more of experimental social learning for myself and sharing my results with the rest of the community or the viewers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create experiments. I'm going to conduct these experiments, and I'm going to make some data and draw an analysis at the end. So what I'm going to do throughout this 1 hour run is I'm going to mine nodes on my optimized path, and every time I mine a node, you can see the timer over there in the right under the mini-map, is I'm going to record the time each node is harvested. And when I get to the end, I'm going to draw a graph of time per total ore, or reverse total ore, and I'm going to use this to see what the respawn rate of the ore is, because if it takes too long to respawn, I might as well just go to a new area and start farming ore than running around the optimized path, which hits every node on the map, by the way. So that's going to be an interesting conclusion when it comes out at the end. So we're coming up in the last 30 seconds. We're just going to grab this quick node here, and we're going to jump back on our mount, and we're going to see if we can pick up another node here in the last 10 seconds, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you the ending here, spoil the ending. We do not get it. As you can see, here's last second, okay. And we hit the 1 hour mark. Okay, now when we go back to Ironforge, and mine this up, we'll get the final count on the smelting interface. Okay, here we go. We got 246 cobalt and we got 6 serenite, even though we did farm 259 ore total 2 ores per bar for the Serenite bar. Really ruins everything up. So what you're looking at in here is the graph I made of total ore versus seconds time. The slope of the graph that I got off Excel, multiply that by 3,600, you'll get your average amount of ore per hour, and that comes out to be 270 ore per hour. Experimental was 259, so it's not too far off. 11 ore is a pretty acceptable error. So on average, you're going to be thinking about 270 for Zul'Drak. Now, the respawn rate being linear is a good and bad thing. So it's not exponential or it's not sinusoidal, so you can't go to somewhere else and get a bigger benefit. Basically, you got to find the best zone and you just got to keep farming it for as long as you can. 270 gold per hour is decent, but it's not enough where I would keep mining. I have mining now and I have it mined to its max, but I'm thinking about dropping it to try some other things. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something or enjoyed just me rambling about mining. If you would like me to consider making a video about something, please leave a comment response in the comments section. Also, please rate it. I'd like to know how I did presenting the data and facts to you, and how well you just over-enjoyed the topic that I've been talking about. So, thanks again. This is Science of WoW channel, and see you next time, guys.